from the soul with it. Yeah.
What's going on, everybody? Y'all and Rick's coming to you live with yet another video. We haven't done the Sun and Popz Sports Talk in a long time, and we were just sitting here debating about LeBron James, and I guess we figured we'd talk about that and some other sports stuff that come to mind. So pretty much what we were saying is that our LeBron, we just talking about the last 2 years of him at Cleveland before he decides to go to Miami. The first 2 years, like he won 66 games one year, and he lost to the Orlando Magic. Now you don't win 66 games without having a team. And we just come to the realization that the only superstar that, or other like real top caliber player Kobe had was Pau Gasol. So, I mean, he wasn't a superstar like Kobe, but he was an all-star pretty much. So Kobe pretty much had role players after, to go with that team that he had. He pretty much had role players. And LeBron had role players. So I feel like Kobe came out the West and he had way tougher competition. So it's like, LeBron, you only had to deal with the Magic, with Dwight Howard, and a bunch of other role players.
Well, yeah. But, oh, by the way, I'm Pop. My son is rude. He didn't introduce me.
Oh.
But anyway, I'm Pop. Here I am. Now, I know it's a lot of little LeBron lovers, but because he, that Steve Kerr thing, yeah, I'm going back to in a different direction, but I have to touch on that because they got in somebody's feelings when he said that you can't compare LeBron and Jordan. And
he said he's not LeBron. I mean, not Michael at all. Like
he ain't. Because, and for the simple reason, they talking about Kobe. I saw somebody say something about Kobe copied him. Well, maybe he did his footwork and some of his fundamentals and stuff like that. But some things you can't teach, like the killer instinct, like the will to want to annihilate and punish your opponent. And when you have them down, you just step on their throat. You don't teach that. That is a natural thing, something LeBron doesn't have. I've seen him shy away too many times, playing hot potato when the game is on the line, shying away, standing in the corner, hoping that don't nobody see him standing over there. So y'all little LeBron people.
And what you said, like the first thing, like you said, was LeBron. You said that he would take the shot as if it's the
if he's the only option, he'll take the shot because he has to, not because he wants to. He doesn't have it, and there's no shame in it. I'm not saying that he's not a good player, but like I said, the only time he'll take the clutch shot is if he's the only option, and he absolutely positively have to do it. Because otherwise, he'll stand over there in the corner, and I've seen him do it, and hope that nobody, maybe they won't see me standing over here. And then when somebody misses the shot, now he's looking at them all crazy, like, why you ain't throw me the ball? Fool, you didn't want the ball at the beginning because you're standing in the corner in the first place. If you want the ball, you're going to raise your hand, you're going to holler, you're going to clap, you're going to do something. You're going to come take it out of your man's hand.
Yep, exactly.
So,
and this is my thing, like I said, the first 2 years before he even, and I find it funny that they never bring up Kobe the last years, like the life without Shaq.
Don't freaking nerdy.
It's like, it's crazy. So, all right, he lost to the Magic with Dwight Howard and role players. The next year after that, he loses to the Celtics.
Quit.
Right, and remind you, he was the MVP 2 times, both of those years. He was the MVP. Before he quit, went to Miami and joined 2 other, I guess, superstar. One is a superstar and one, I guess, is an all-star. But I'm going to pull up the information when I edit this video. And I'm going to show y'all where LeBron, before he left, I mean, when he was like joining the Heat, he said that I'm joining two great players, and he was like, he actually, I think he said he's joining two of the greatest players in the NBA right now. So it's like people now, like you said, try to make this this little LeBron narrative that they have, that they try to minimize like Chris Bosh's talent and the what Chris Bosh could do.
Well, they have to do that in order to build LeBron up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, LeBron. I'm gonna tell you something, and I hope I don't hurt your feelings, but LeBron is a glorified sidekick.
Right. Exactly.
That's what he is. Mm-hmm. That's who he is. He's a glorified sidekick. If you had let him be who he's supposed to be and play the way he loves to play, he'd be fine. But because he was so hyped in the media coming out of high school, and he's always been hyped, he's always been built to be this man that's supposed to be the king. Well,
the chosen one.
Yeah, so now he has to live up to these expectations that have been put upon him. And, well, hey, it is what it is. But he is a glorified sidekick. He probably feel more comfortable being in the shadows, which is fine, but say what it is. Mm-hmm. And I know that I'm probably going to get a lot of flack from this, and I don't care.
But the thing is that, and this is another thing I find, but I want to go back to the facts first before I get to that. All right, he loses to the Mavericks. He joined the superstar and the All-Star, former MVP and the All-Star. He loses to the Mavericks. They beat the Thunder, and I think they beat the Spurs one year. But then they lose to the Spurs. Remind you, this is another older team. The Mavericks was an old team, and the Spurs was an old team. So he lost. That's 2 times he done lost already on the super team. He goes and form another super team. He quits again, and then go form another super team. And then he loses 2 more times after that. So now they want us to believe, like, how can that person be in the conversation? How can a person that, I'm telling you all this, and you could still think he's top, to me, I don't think he's top 5, but some people like to put him top 5. I don't think he's top 5. I think he's top 15 at best. And, like, it's so many things that would just disqualify him for me. And I like to say this. It's just like, it's funny to me. Forgot my point.
But you know what? Since you forgot your point, I just thought of one. When you were naming the championships, 2 of those championships that he won, one, he got a lucky bounce when they played San Antonio and Ray, what's his face?
Oh, we got, but the thing is,
hit the shot. Wait a minute, let me finish.
Okay.
And then what's the dude's name? Ray Allen. He hit that shot, and then they got lucky against Golden State when he was crying to the ref because Draymond Green called him what he is, and so they end up kicking Draymond out, and so they stole the momentum. Now that's to be debated, but that's my opinion, and I don't care what you think. But anyway, so two of those championships he got lucky and won. So that leaves, how many has he won? In actuality,
I mean,
how many rings he got?
3.
Okay, so two are bogus.
Yes, they are bogus. So the one though, I'll give him. I'll just give him, me personally, I'll give him credit for the one that Ray Allen hit. That was just a tough shot, and they did a lot to get there, I guess. So I'll just give him the credit, the benefit of the doubt for that ring.
We know about the other one then.
The other one?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
So technically, really, he's just supposed to have like two rings right now. But like I said, that Golden State thing, when they suspended Draymond, and they like, oh, well, I seen somebody say, well, Steph Curry and Klay Thompson was still there. And you took the
heartbeat of the team, and and it was done. They gave it to him. And you can say what you want and think what you like. Everybody's entitled to opinion, and this is my opinion. But I haven't seen anything different to tell me or to make me believe that had they not done that and that it was done on purpose, that the outcome would have been different, because they were up 3-1, and you changed the entire momentum. Yeah, he came back for what was that, game 6, and he was fired up. But see, they've already taken the momentum,
exactly.
and they knew exactly what they were doing. But that's okay because the basketball gods fixed it the following year.
And you don't like do that like during the middle of a finals game. Like you either find him or you wait till the next season and you suspend him for some games, and then like it's other ways you could have handled it opposed to.
No, they handled it the way they needed to handle it because they had to. They needed for him to do what he did so that they could put the hammer down and change the narrative of the game, and that's cool. But at some point you're gonna have to admit it. And maybe they never will, because then if they do, then that changes a whole lot, and you tend to look at people different. So that's their line. They're gonna stick with it, and that's fine. And the little LeBronites, they're gonna come for everybody that says anything about LeBron. But once again, like I said, he's a glorified sidekick. He is who he is.
But it's the thing is like I don't understand. Well, I do understand. It's like they purposely, trying to force people to believe this. Like they constantly forcing people to believe he's this GOAT, this greatest player of all time. And it's like, and then I find it funny. People like, why you always talk about LeBron? And first of all, it'd be funny because I don't be saying sometimes like I just don't even be saying that. Sometimes I be trolling, but a lot of times like I don't even say nothing. But then, like, for instance, somebody tagged me in something yesterday. I was minding my business. Oh, LeBron look at this person said about LeBron. Or somebody will post something and I will reply. Or if I see something that I want to critique. And this is my thing about the whole hater thing. Like, I feel like when you call somebody, growing up, I was taught that hate was a mean word. So when I hear the word, like when you hate on somebody, it's just like you want somebody to die, or you get what I'm saying? Like, hate is a real strong word.
Yeah, but they've changed it in the Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, but I don't think
for another meaning, just so that In other words, they say when you hate on somebody, you're jealous. Really?
Yeah. I don't think I just don't like the word. I don't think the word hater is a cool term. I just think that if people use that, and if you notice, people will use that because they don't have a counter in the argument, in the debate. They can't find nothing else, so
so that is you hating on them.
Yeah, you resort to being the hater.
Yeah, but that's what they say about cursing. People that curse, because they have no, they don't know how to speak the English language. Well,
that's true.
Yeah, that's another story to be told at another time. But in order for their narrative to make sense, they have to come up with different stories and different lines and different to change the narrative. And so,
and this is how much you finish my bad.
Nah, go ahead. We freewheeling this. It ain't like we got a script.
My thing is like, they always, like you said, to fit the narrative, they always forget about Kobe. Like, they always try to be like, he had Shaq for the first 3. Like, let's talk about, first of all, Shaq didn't carry. How do a person that averaged 25 points, how does that person carry them? You can't carry nobody that got this averaging 25 points. LeBron didn't carry Kyrie. They worked together. They were side by side.
Once again, in order for it to fit the narrative, you have to try to juggle the facts, and you have to create a different storyline. That's fine. Instead of just going with what is. I don't really care about LeBron. He's okay as a player, but don't sit here and try to make me think that he's something that he's not, because he really is. He's not that guy. He's not the man. He's the sidekick. And he's happy being the sidekick. Now he has to live up to these expectations, which changes everything, because he don't want to disappoint people. He wants everybody to like him.
He reminds me a lot of Shaquille O'Neal. That's who he is. And not in terms of like his play but just his mindset and like the way, like, cause Shaq was more so a fun loving type of person.
Free spirit. You know, whatever happens,
Shaq
happens.
wasn't like, nah, Shaq wasn't. I don't think in terms of like mindset, Shaq he did have that dog in him. So, but my thing is in terms of like LeBron, like they just
he don't got that dog in him.
Yeah, and he seemed like this year, like Scottie Pippen. He's like a Scottie Pippen in today's generation.
Yeah, but see, his little followers, they won't see it. And there's a saying that none is so blind as them as that cannot see. And so, I mean, that's fine. If that's how you feel, and then you stick to your guns, but you can't change facts so that it fit your narrative. You know, the fact is, LeBron is a sidekick. I'm just gonna keep saying it, and at some point maybe it'll dig in your brain. But that's they probably won't.
They gotta. It's gonna take. They gonna have to. He gonna have to keep exposing himself. Like it's only so much that you can say about a person. Like if a person continues to, like you keep saying, oh, you know, they're gonna continue to call you a hater until they see it, and then they be like, oh,
and they still ain't. His folks, they ain't gonna never see.
I think so. I think it's gonna take for him.
I'm trying to.
I think so. I think it's gonna take for him to expose himself first. Like it's certain, like, all right, like
blind loyalty is something. I'm trying to tell you.
I think this is, I don't know,
take
man.
it to their grave. You can't talk about LeBron. Then watch. When you post this video, watch how they come.
No, I know. No, I'm talking about now, but I'm talking about in the future. I think
they're gonna be old and decrepit. You can't be talking about LeBron. He was the greatest ever.
All right. Look, this is what I say. This is what I say. I think that he's gonna continue to expose himself. Especially, just think about it. If he continues to just keep going to the finals and then getting crushed, then they're gonna start to be like, all right, bro. Like,
now they ain't, because then they'll say nope. They're gonna say just like, okay, Buffalo Bills. They went to the Super Bowl 4 years in a row, and they lost every time. Your diehard Buffalo people, the first thing they say, well, nobody else has gone to the Super Bowl 4 straight years. They ain't saying nothing about they lost. But it's the fact that they got it. They won't let it go.
But do you hear about the Buffalo Bills fans now?
What I'm saying is that you still have those diehard fans that just ain't gonna give that up. So you're gonna have those people, those LeBron fans, that just will not give it up. I don't care how many times he go to the finals and lose. They will find a reason why he lost. It will not be because of him. It'll be because they didn't have the right coach, or it'll be because they didn't run the right plays, or it'll be because they didn't have the right players. It's gonna be something. Now you don't get to the finals with all the wrong players all the time. So at some point, you have to say, LeBron ain't that guy. And so, but they ain't going to say it because
I don't think they're going to say he ain't that guy. But
they ain't going to say nothing.
I think they're going to.
You ain't going to talk bad about it.
I think they're going to realize that he'll never be Kobe or Jordan.
Well, they'll change the narrative. They'll pick somebody else, because then they'll sweep Kobe and Mike under the table, and they'll have to find somebody else that they can compare to, somebody that maybe he's better than. But there's a whole lot of people over top of them or in that same conversation. I mean, because who you going to compare him to?
My thing is Shaq. First of all, they talk about him with Shaq. So Shaq had Penny Hardaway. Why Shaq ain't win a championship when he was in Orlando and when they went to the finals? Or he had time to go to the NBA finals. Why did he quit on his team that he had in Orlando and go to the Lakers?
Well, now from what I understand about that one, that was a business decision, because Shaq had other things that he wanted to do with his life, and he couldn't get it in that small market of Orlando. See, now with LeBron, it was totally different. He left Cleveland not because it was a small market. He left Cleveland because he needed to go with somebody else to carry him across the finish line.
Yeah, it's true. But with my point, I'm just talking about the aspect of him winning without Kobe. Like, they always try to throw Kobe under the rug to build LeBron up. But what I'm saying is Shaq had Penny Hardaway. So Shaq, he had chances to win NBA Finals when he was with that Magic, but he didn't. So my thing is, you can't say that about Kobe needed Shaq.
Well,
They both needed each other.
See,
Shaq needed Kobe just as much as Kobe needed Shaq.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, after Shaq left, Kobe won again. So therefore,
he won twice actually.
Okay, so therefore he killed that part of the narrative. That part was done. Now, LeBron left Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, but he built another. Well, he didn't build it. Well, he bought Kevin Love because Kyrie was already there, and so they had their big three. But once again, I really don't think that that championship they won was a fluke.
And then they call it's just crazy. Like I said, LeBron is a great player.
He is. I'm not taking that from him, but he's a sidekick.
He ain't He's not top 5 to me.
LeBron nice. Your boy is a sidekick. He's a glorified sidekick.
Yeah, I don't know.
They ain't gonna like me after this one. I don't care.
You gotta speak the truth, like.
Well, that some people see.
And
as my man Jack said in that movie, Few Good Men, you want the truth, you can't handle the truth. So, with that said, LeBron Knights, he's a sidekick.
All right, well, I guess we're about to move on to another topic.
There are other topics? You mean LeBron ain't the be-all, end-all? Wow.
You know, ESPN, that's all they talk about. And that's what I was trying to get to.
LBJ TV.
I'm happy you brought that up. That's exactly what that is. LeBron TV, ESPN. And they talk about, this is funny.
Here we go again. We talking about LeBron again. We can't get away from this dude, man. They're going to think, you know what they're going to say? They're going to say that we closet LeBron fans.
I just want to say this.
I agree. Because I ain't saying nothing.
It's funny how ESPN can talk about, you got ESPN, Fox Sports, Sports Illustrated, all these major platforms, Bleacher Report. They take what he say and they take what somebody say, like, you know, they take Kobe comments and say, oh, why Kobe didn't choose no other great player that he would like to play with, he ever want to play with. He just chose LeBron, not knowing that the question was what active player. He asked him what active player Kobe could play with, you know, what Kobe wanted to play with. He just said LeBron fits the most because LeBron is a passer by nature and I'm a scorer. So
sidekick.
It's pretty much exactly what you were saying.
Robin.
So my thing is how these major outlets could talk about LeBron all day and praise him, but when we talk about LeBron all day and just critique him, it's a problem.
Because they don't want the truth.
So obviously, it should tell you something. If you're looking at these people and they're never critiquing LeBron,
you're never going to see it.
And then these people, they critique him, but you don't. It's
they don't want to see it. They don't want to hear it. You can't talk about their golden child. That's like the parent, the mother that protects her baby. You can't say nothing bad about her baby. I don't care what he did. So he knocked somebody in the head. He stole the old lady purse. Not my baby. He wouldn't do that. So, but that's how it is, and that's who they are, and it's okay. But anyway, what else is going on in the world of sports?
Ain't no M's in my bank account, but it's in my goal. I say fuck being broke, boy that shit is getting old. If she throw that pussy at me, I'ma catch it cause I'm open. I ain't talking USC. When I say I keep the Trojans, ain't no shame in my shit. From the struggle to the top, got no milk, fucking eat this shit. Look, straight from the soul with it.